A bit over a year and a half since we first set foot on the ice, we have finally participated in our very first competition and lived to tell the tale. So get ready for some tea.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Brune and Faye. Welcome back to our channel. So we just got back from Adult Nationals and we're gonna catch you up on the whole story. By the way, if you haven't seen the part 1 of this whole adventure, we're gonna put the link down in the description and somewhere up here. So make sure to check it out.
Good morning from the Orlando International Airport. Our flight is delayed by an hour, so yeah, the adventure begins. Okay, so if you guys watched last week's video, if not, make sure to watch it. We talked about packing, so this is all I'm bringing for the entire competition. Everything fits in here, including my skates. It's all carry-on, fast and easy, and we don't pay for bags. So by the time we landed in New York, Delaware, the initial shock of preparations and the cost we put into this thing has kind of worn off, and we were ready to have fun and just enjoy the experience. And boy did we.
And here we are, Delaware.
So we checked into our hotel and are now going to check out the venue where the competition is going to be. We have nothing else happening for today except for some dinner with friends, so we're just chilling and exploring the area and getting ready for tomorrow.
Just so you guys get a perspective, the hotel is here and the rink is right there. We found it.
So this is the Olympic rink. We're not going to be on this one. I think we're going to be on like the little the kiddie one, the kiddie pool.
We found our coach.
Look, that's our coach, Kala Urbanski.
Right
Hi,
here.
Kala.
Right here, right here. Okay, this is where you get your medals.
So it looks a little underwhelming. After we just watched the Olympics, they can fit like 10 people on each step.
The judges' tables. They're setting everything up. Look, we found Ashley Lewis also.
Look, doesn't this look like Ashley? By the way, if you're enjoying these videos, please give us a thumbs up underneath. If you don't like it at all, give us thumbs down. That's fine too. We don't get offended. And subscribe if you still haven't, because we have a bunch more videos coming up. Okay, this one is ours.
Oh, you look nice actually.
For once in my lifetime.
No, for one. Look, this is ours. This is the one we're gonna skate in. It's very bright though.
This one looks just like home. Same glass, same size, same everything. You're gonna feel right at home
Less
here.
intimidating, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's less pressure.
So where's the kiss and cry?
We don't get one, I guess. I don't know. We just wait outside.
So during the first day we were actually pretty chill until we went to bed. During the night I woke up like 5 times. I would go over the steps in my head trying to fall asleep. But the good thing is that the next day, the competition day, I spoke to some friends and it was also their first time and they had the exact same problem. Everybody was reviewing their steps in their sleep.
Well, I guess good news is by the day of the competition we all knew our steps really well.
So the second day was competition time.
We were not allowed to record during the competitions. For obvious reason, the event had the official videography service, and a lot of people just feel stressed and are not necessarily comfortable with being video recorded while they're going through stressful times, so we didn't really want to bother anybody. Plus, we were pretty freaked out ourselves, so we're just gonna have to catch you up. One thing that we definitely did not expect is how stressed out we were about this whole thing. This was supposed to be a hobby, and like we know in our heads that like it's not even a real competition, and before everybody gets offended, but what I mean by that is it's not something that influences anything in our lives. It's not going to influence our careers, not going to influence our well-being. It literally has no influence on our lives whatsoever, other than a potential ego burst or ego wound. But we were actually super nervous. So from the point of view of a skater, a skating competition is basically a whole lot of waiting. Both of our dances were on the same day, about an hour apart, and we had our practice ice also on the same day, about 2 hours prior to the competition. So it's basically skate for 20 minutes, wait for an hour, skate for 2 minutes, wait for another hour, skate for 2 minutes, and you're done.
Luckily, the worst of the nerves fell on practice time. It was actually great that we had the practice time on the same day, because as soon as we stepped on the ice, we started feeling more calm and knew how the ice would feel.
And that was about the time that all of our friends came in, so we started feeling way more relaxed and confident, just chatting with everybody, watching everybody else skate. It gave us a bit more of a full sense of control of the situation, so we were able to calm down and have fun. Surprisingly, the actual competition part of the event is the easiest one. The worst part is probably the wait. I thought I would get ready with my costume and makeup in maybe 20 minutes. With my nerves and everything, I got ready in maybe 4. And the rest of the time, you kind of don't just really know what to do with yourself. We warmed up like 3 times, cooled back down, and warmed back up, and cooled back down, until it was finally time to go. We were really, really, really ready to go at that point. The actual patterns went fairly well, although each of them had its own added adventure.
During the cha-cha, they played the wrong version of our song, because a few weeks before we had submitted a longer version, but then we edited into a shorter version and uploaded like 2 days before the competition.
Unfortunately, they ended up playing the original version, and after we finished our choreo, we kind of stood there awkwardly because the music would not finish when it was supposed to.
So once we finished the pattern and the song still played, we waited a few seconds and then started bowing.
The realization slowly set in that the song is not gonna stop when it's supposed to, so eventually we just gave up. Obviously, after that experience, we were a little worried that our next pattern, Hickory, is gonna have the same problem, since we were in the exact same situation with the music. So we had to go and talk to the judges and the referees and make sure that they got the right version this time. Luckily, everybody was really nice and friendly and helpful with that, and although we got mildly scolded for not having a CD with us with our song, like what is even a CD? But at the end of the day, they just allowed us to send the correct version of the song over to their email so that they could play it from there. Since that problem got resolved before we ever got to skate the second pattern, we obviously had to come up with another adventure just to keep life interesting.
So during the warm-up, we almost ran into the wall a few times, but we kind of fixed it. Unfortunately, during the competition, the one that really counts, we almost ran into the wall. We actually touched the wall. Both of our hands touched the wall, but we didn't miss any steps, so it was kind of okay. But I feel like everybody stopped breathing for a second.
Funny enough, a group of our friends were sitting right in that exact corner that we ran into, and I bet they had the experience of their lives, almost like a roller coaster. At the end of the day, we just chose to believe that this ring was too small for our talent, but we managed to fit just by a thread, and we actually placed first on that pattern, which we're really proud of.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, up down, oh below my bully boys blow. She had been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
So overall we placed second and we got a silver medal, so I guess it was not bad for our first competition.
Not bad at all. But you know what the best part was? It was really not the medal, although we'll keep the medal, it's fine. Absolute, like my favorite part of the whole event was when we finished our very first pattern, our cha-cha pattern, with this awkward music situation, and we were skating off the ring after our bows. Literally everybody who was watching in the bleachers started yelling and screaming and shouting in support and yelling welcome to adult nationals, and it was just so heartwarming, and it was just such an overwhelmingly welcome experience that we'll probably never forget. For those of you who we might not have met, but you were there watching and supporting, we really appreciate you. You really made our experience so special.
But if we missed each other, we'll see you in the next competition, but in the meantime, see you in the next video.